What If It's Cool is proudly brought to you by Respo Clothing. Feel like a champion by wearing the merch from all the stars, including Luke Resner, B Squared, Savannah Rowe, John Stop Action, Nova Nichols, The Cooters, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So feel like a champion by checking out Respo Clothing. They can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. In the mood for some wrestling? Make sure to check out the Melbourne Wrestling Show every Thursday at 10 PM on Channel 31. Need a custom entrance video, graphic, or hyperreel made? Make sure to check out Goated Wrestling Media on Instagram so you too can be the greatest of all time. Want your best dance moves or sporting event captured on film? Make sure to check out Have a Nice Day Productions, where every day is a nice day. Need some promo shots or your event filmed and edited? Or make sure to check out Adrian Casco Media for all your media needs. Want to stand out from the crowd with an amazing photo shoot? Or make sure to check out Jamster Photography so you too can stand out from the crowd. Hi, I have been told to read this out loud because I have been threatened with my life from all three women on this show. So I will follow my instructions. Sugar, Cooter Juice, and the Adelaide... What the fuck? I don't want to fucking read this shit. Seriously, what the fuck?
Read it!
Read it, please.
And the Adelaide Crows. These were the ingredients to build the perfect wrestler. But then all of a sudden, DPC being the
Read
it.
being the fuckwit that he is,
Burn. Absolute fucking burn.
accidentally spilled the most horrible concussion ever. Chemical bitch. And so was this podcast born. That is 3's a Vibe. And now, presenting 3's a Vibe, DPC as opposed for What If It's Cool, here is 3's a Vibe.
Woo woo! Yo! What up,
What a
my
great
G's?
intro that was.
That was great.
It's such a lovely.
Do I seriously have to do that every fucking
Yes,
show?
absolutely.
You need to, but look, I've thought about it now. You need to change sugar to honey because bee and honey.
Honey!
Fucking write the thing! I'm just doing what I've been told.
You need to be also more
Honey,
careful
Cooter
doing
Juice and
that.
Adelaide Crows. So just make that little tiny tweak now, because now that I've heard it, it needs honey.
Honey, yeah.
Right. Well, I'm Nova Nichols. You should all know this by now. Joined with me by the wonderful Chrissie B and the even more wonderful Eleaine Hope. Just kidding, you're both as wonderful as each other. We've also got DPC, but we don't really care too much for him.
Bye, buddy. Fuck off.
The shit I put
bye-bye.
up with. Oh, before
Oh,
we do
no.
anything, we need to plug what we're wearing. So firstly, Chrissie.
Prettiness.
Yes!
I love this shirt.
Me and the dudes.
Love this shirt.
Me and the dudes.
Nova.
I'm not wearing anything exciting today, just a Five Nights at Freddy's shirt. All of my merch shirts that I have recently got like strewn through my drawers, but I am on a quest to get the Southeast Sinner Aiden Osborne's t-shirt. So hopefully I'll have that one by the time we do another episode.
And Eleaine.
Because I'm the buttercup of the group. I'm just wearing my buttercup shirt.
Yeah.
I am working on new merch, and two, I also need to go get more merch.
Yes, you should. So we should probably talk to our sponsor, Respo Clothing, because, you know, he's willing to do that for us. So
Bestie. I love Res Pro Clothing. I love Res Nor. He is wonderful.
wait, are we allowed to mention that it's him? Because I was been told
I'm pretty
not
sure
to.
they'll put two. Oh, never mind. Cut that bit out.
Hey, it wasn't me that fucked up this time.
Yeah, we'll just cut that bit.
Yeah. And I'm wearing Misfortune's. This is probably possibly the best one she's ever produced. I love this shirt, the Certified Bad Bitch shirt that I think it was Ben that took the photo. Is that right?
Shout out to Miss Fortune. We love you, Fortune.
I bought that shirt. I have it too.
Mm. All right. Well, I'm getting out of here because apparently
Bye-bye.
I'm
Bye.
overstayed my welcome. So
So today's topic is near and dear to my heart, as most of these topics have been: anxiety. Anxiety in wrestling, anxiety in life in general, because I think everyone's had it at some point, some more than others, and I just think it's a super important topic to talk about.
It really
Absolutely.
So,
is.
so if one of you want to kick us off, please go ahead.
I'll talk about it because I'm open about my experience because I got diagnosed with anxiety around 16 with depression. So that, that's a big part of your life, big moments, you're getting ready to finish school, becoming an adult. I remember when getting it, like I had big signs because I was always crying because I was going through some really rough stuff at the time. Like I'd be constantly crying, mood, nothing it would just trigger automatically every single day, and it was getting to the point where teachers were like, "Hey, she needs to stay home, or she and get tested, or she can't really come to school." So I got tested, got diagnosed, went on some medication for it. But then ever since then, I've always been open about it. Like I know when my triggers are coming, when it's coming, what triggers are, have a little game plan. And then like with wrestling, it doesn't help because we're always anxious about something. If it's our bodies, if we've left something at home, which in my case always happens, or like just something out of my control. Like I had a bad one. It was actually funny because I got a message the other week and it was about Pooh Bear. I don't think in my head, I'm like, what's going on? What happened to Pooh Bear? He was um, lucky for us. We managed to get it back in time. We fixed it all and everything. But I just remember it was at MCW and I was panicking so much. I'm going on the phone between my mom and Lockie constantly. And I'm like, is he okay? Is he okay? Because like I had to stay, drove home, checked on him. And I was like, once we got him all sorted and everything, I was just like, my anxiety was like through the roof. I actually had to go to the toilet about twice just to cry because I was just so anxious about Pooh Bear because of we had shit weather that day, all that type of stuff. But like knowing I have anxiety didn't help, but like always having that plan and insurance always comes in handy. So
Yeah. Mine's very similar to yours, Eleaine. I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression when I was about 16 as well. So I started having it started with panic attacks on the netball court. So because I was a goal shooter, you feel all the pressure on you to get the goals, to be the scorer. And I'd miss one or two, and I would just like my chest would tighten and I'd flip out. And because my dad was like coaching around the time too, he'd have to like pull me off the court and tell me I can't go back on until I'm calmed down. And then that went to school as well. So like I'd be sitting in a sack and I would just freak out. And I remember the head of department pulling me into a meeting, and they essentially said, if you don't get this under control, you can't sit exams with everyone else because you're going to be a distraction. So I ended up, going to the doctors, doing all that stuff. I was on medication for a while. And it turned me into a zombie and they gave me hand tremors. I had some real shit side effects, but that's part and parcel of what happens.
it really is like
Yeah. And
you just know
then,
you have like your little side effects too, and just the
yeah,
signs because like my signs was everyone in my class who grown up with me, they kind of noticed like, hey, she's acting different.
yeah,
What
yeah,
happened to her? And someone kind of dobbed me into my parents as well.
yeah. When I got to wrestling, uh, that performance-based anxiety came back. So because I was one of the only females at the time at my company, I felt this like enormous pressure on my shoulders to step up and be, one of the best. And I know that's like unrealistic. But then around about like not too long after me, another female came and everyone around us would pit us against each other. And because she was so much more naturally gifted at a lot of the in-ring stuff than I was, I just like tore myself to shreds because I couldn't keep up with what she could do. like I didn't realize in my head the things that I could do because it was just so clouded by the fact that I wasn't her. So yeah, it got to a point where obviously and I've spoken about this before. I ended up having a massive hiatus from wrestling because it just turned me into this horrible person where I would come backstage after every show and sob. I would, try and get through a training session and I couldn't because I'd freak out. And like as of recently, I've noticed it's started to creep back in. I've had some like really big matches as of late, and I can just feel this pressure on my shoulders, whether it be there or not, to step up and be at this unrealistic expectation that I've set for myself. So like the last two matches, I've come backstage and cried. I can feel my chest getting tight at training again. And it's really hard because I worked really hard to get past that point and not worry about it so much. But the fact that I can feel it coming back, it's really scary because I spent so long running from that version of myself that to know she's still lingering underneath the surface is really terrifying. But I also know that it's that I've got a really good support system around me. People like B Squared, Jason Crash, and the Cooters, they're all really aware of how I respond to situations, and they're all really good about it. Bamford's a prime example. Every time we're at a show together, he very rarely leaves my side. He'll be the first person there after my match, last person I see before I go out the curtain. And like the biggest thing he always says to me is, "You got to get out of your head, Nova. Like you're meant to be here. You're meant to do this." And I couldn't be more grateful that I've got such a rock in him and all the other people I share a locker room with. And like I remember having a conversation with Erica Reed recently. So she and I had a training session. I got to be trained by her, which was awesome.
Big sis.
And yeah, and then
Big sis Erica, shout out.
She was talking about her own anxieties, and I didn't realize how similar they were to mine because like you see Erica Reed and you see this like incredible performer and you would never think that anything ever phases her, but the fact that she's had the same thoughts and feelings that I have and she's at a fucking astronomical level, it just like really put things into perspective and made me realize that everyone around me like probably feels the same way that I do at some point. So like everyone understands and knows how it feels. And it was really refreshing to hear that even someone who's been in the game for however many years and is like literally top of the food chain in Australian wrestling still feels the way you do. So that was really nice to talk to her about that because she was really, really cool about it. And she was so encouraging and she's like, I see so much in you and like I see a lot of myself in my journey, in your journey. So it's really exciting to know that, there are people around you that have your back and feel the same way you do. Chrissie B, what are you doing?
I'm listening to
what's
you.
crackling in your background?
It's my child feeding her after snack. It's one thing. But I'm listening to your stories and in the back of my head, I'm just thinking, I think that's a normal part of performing. I feel like even at a WWE level, and I've heard a lot of like them speaking in interviews and whatnot, I think they all still feel that anxiety before they head out onto that big stage. I think it's just a normal part of being a performer because you want to be the best when you step out of those curtains. You want to give the best you possibly can to the people that you're there to entertain because that's your purpose. Your purpose is to entertain and you're going to what I'm doing. So I think it's very much of those jitters and that little bit of anxiety before you go and deliver. What now to support those curtains? Everything. It isn't it to be part of such an amazing locker room. And I've seen how everyone rushes to support each other. Hey, I've even had it. Like I've been supported in so many ways since I've returned to wrestling. So it is amazing to have that support network. But girls, let me be one of the many to tell you that you're both absolutely amazing when you get out into that ring. The minute you both step through that curtain, it's like it comes into you straight away. Like boom, your characters just appear. And that's it. You switch it on like a little switch. It switches on and you just give it your absolute all every single time. And you do it. You get it done. You probably don't see it the way another person does because you're in the ring and you're performing. But for someone like me who's normally, hanging around, I see it. I see the way the crowd responds. I see the way you perform. And I'll be honest, you would not think for a split second that either of you had any form of anxiety once you're in that ring and outside of that curtain, because like I said, that click, it switches on and you just kill it every single time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stop. You're too good for
Stop
me.
it. Stop.
Stop.
Can
You're
I
too
can I
good for
just
me.
chime in for a second because I want to just tell a quick story of all three of you because obviously I work backstage and I do different things. The first one with Chrissie, I still remember it was
You made
either
me
the second
scared.
show for Alpha or it was the third one this year. You were freaking the fuck out, like literally, right? And it wasn't until I said, "All right, three, two, one, go!" And it just literally you and I saw the foot. I've seen the footage of this, right? You went from literally going confident as hell, coming straight out. And I had to like seriously keep the laughter in because I was obviously still a good guy at this point. And I've seen you do this. I'm like, oh my god, she's got to go. She's going good. Um, and I don't think the crowd would ever notice it. But the only person who would notice it is myself because I was right there in the thick of it. One of the best ones for Elaine was
Oh no.
no. This is not. It's not bad. You were just a little bit down. I think when you were coming out. This is just before the end of last year, at Alpha. And literally, your music comes on, and you're still a little bit like this. I come up there, and we start dancing halfway through, right? Of your music going through, and it's literally I just see little by little, and then when we hit that bit with it, the I'll have to bleep this the version of yourself went, and then Eleaine came out, and
Yeah,
it
but
was
I went to a silly dance.
huh?
Everyone has seen that stupid little backstage dance.
Yeah, but I was doing it too.
Sometimes you
I was
gotta,
doing it
though.
with you. I was doing it
Sometimes
with
you
you, though.
gotta
Yeah.
get. Sometimes that's what you gotta do, mate.
Mm.
It's
But
like,
I think it is that. It's the minute you step out of that curtain, you know
Yeah.
it's go time.
Yeah.
Like even
Mm.
when I'm filming back, I don't have the cameras rolling, and you can see me panicking and stressing about how I look or worried about what I'm going to say or encompass these characters, and we kick ass as them. Man, look, I think it's like anxiety because we are in that spotlight. We are compared to others. We are always whatever a show where I feel comfortable until I really get into my filming. Like I'm always criticizing myself. And most recently, I think I said this to DPC not long ago. I think literally like a few days ago when I was reviewing the footage from Inevitable. I'm like, bro, I look horrid. I look like a whale. I cannot. Like, I don't want to be in front of the camera because I feel so anxious about the way I look lately. And it just
you look
makes you
amazing. You
No,
always
you're
do.
stunning. I
I'm just
told
about to
you
say,
literally when you walked in how
don't tell
stunning
the
you
rest of
looked.
that story.
tell me this, and I love that you guys are there to support me with that. But see, in my moment of doubt, you guys kind of give me that boost. Like, no, shut up, that's not the case. But it is hard. It is very hard to look at yourself and not feel that anxiety and not be self-critical. And it's
No,
like, okay,
yeah,
if I'm thinking this, what's
100%.
anyone else thinking?
I had this conversation with one of my friends where I'm like, I know that I say stuff like I'll come out and say like I'm not very good at this, and like I know it sounds like I'm only saying it for them to turn around and go, no, you are. That's not the case. I'm literally saying it because in that moment, that's what I genuinely
how-
believe. And sometimes I just need to get that out of my head and say it out loud to realize how fucking dumb it sounds.
'Cause, like,
And like once it's out, I'm like, oh, okay, I said it. It sounded dumb. It's not
Because, like,
true.
I will admit, I've had a few moments recently where I'm constantly putting myself down, all that type of stuff. Like, Lockie will tell you, like, it's been bad at some points. Even Lockie will tell you, like, we've had off chats, and I'll be beating myself down so much in these chats, or I'm in the car just beating myself down because it's like, because, I have to, like, usually I'm the only girl at training, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, whenever I do the little thing, it's like so, microscoped, and it's just like, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not doing this right. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Oh, maybe, and then like it's getting to the point I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, maybe I shouldn't be
Yeah, no,
doing
I
it.
feel that. Like on a Monday, I'm usually like one of the only girls at training, if not the only girl.
That's me
And
on
like
Tuesdays.
I'm really lucky because the trainer who runs Mondays, he and I have like a really tight bond. And the boys I all train with, I'm really close with all of them as well, and they're all like
Mary,
really
stop
good.
making noises, Mama.
Sorry, Chrissy.
Wait,
Every time you go,
we're trying to have a serious moment.
I'm
you know?
so
Mute your
sorry,
mic.
but she's coming next to me, and I'm like, I'm like trying to be discreet and subtle and tell her stop humming and crunching at the same time, and like she just wouldn't stop, and I'm like, no,
That's my
We
niece.
can't actually
Mum,
hear her, so she's fine.
dragon. Well, I can. And I'm like,
do you know what, Chrissy? You've got such a hard job as a mum, because not only do you have to like, you know, deal with your own anxieties, but you've also got to be a role model for your own kid to,
mate,
you know, be strong for her.
She's my biggest source of anxiety, and not because she gives it to me, it's because she is my only child, and it is literally my heart walking out of my body. So I'm so anxious about, you know, anything going wrong for her. Like she stubbed her toe yesterday, and I'm like,
oh, my poor niece.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I have that anxiety with her. Like even at school, and I go to the same school as her, but even when, you know, she's in the classroom or she's somewhere outside where I'm not, I'm always in the back of my head just worried about her. And I think, yeah, being a parent is definitely a big thing when it comes to anxiety, because like I believe it's literally your own heart walking outside of your body. And like I watch her and it's like, oh my God, if something happens or if she trips or if someone says anything, like Dragon Mum, you know, immediately zips out of me. And
like you've got such a tough job, because not only are you like working through your own anxieties,
you've got like
your own personal stuff. Yeah, you've got a little person who's like looking up to you as the strongest person they'll ever meet in their lives.
100%.
So like you're doing fucking God's work out here. Like you're so incredible, the fact that you deal with your own anxieties as well as a person whose life you gave. Like that's fucking incredible.
And
like,
I know,
I'd give you a standing ovation for that.
like, and I know your bond between you and your daughter, because, you know, well, obviously close and stuff and all that. And honestly, I'm practically an auntie now to your child. Like, and when, like, I see you at shows even worrying, and it's like, she's fine. Look, like, we have to, like, we give the reassurance, like, heck, we all offered a babysitter.
I know you guys take such good care of her when she's around, and I think that does help to ease my anxiety. But again, when it's your own child, it is very difficult. But what's good about her is she calms my anxiety. So she's at a point where she knows what to say and what to do to even help me get through those. We lost my mum a bit more than a year ago now, and I think she saw me take a big hit mentally, physically, emotionally, the works because of that. And I think she's taken that and is now using it to help support me. So she kind of knows what to say, knows what to do, knows how to get me through my anxieties and like my little moments of self-doubt. And I know there are a couple of times where I'll sit there and I'll cry and I'll have had like a go at her for something that she's done. Mind you, I only tell her off when it's for her own good, but still I feel guilty about it and I get anxious and I'm like, I'll sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm such a terrible mom, I'm this, I'm that. And she can sense me. So even if
Which we know you ain't.
Yeah, I know. But even if I'm going and I'm hiding in the other room and I'm crying and miles away from where she is, she just senses me. And then she'll come in and she'll sit with me and she'll give me that hug and she'll start telling me, no, Mum, you do this, you do that. You love me. She's like, that's all you need to do. And you do it. You love me. So you're the best mum in the world just because you love me. And just to hear my daughter say those words to me, it calms everything down. And it makes me feel like I can conquer the world. As long as I've got her, I can conquer the world.
I'm really lucky because like I've got a friend in wrestling. He's also a wrestler, but I won't name him because like I don't want to like just put all this thing on him, but he's like super important to me. He's like one of my favorite people, and he will always text me the day of the show, the next day. Like there was a show that I wrestled that he wasn't on, and all of his friends had gone to another show, and he came to this show just to see me, and he was, you know, right there when I went through the curtain. He was right there when I came back out the curtain, and like I couldn't be more grateful that I have this person in my life. Like I've told him before, he's like my platonic soulmate. He's like my rock in wrestling, and like it's so nice to have someone like that. Like I've got my fiance obviously, and he is like my entire world, and like the best thing about him is he's such a calm, down to earth person that a lot of the moments where I am up in space, like freaking out, he brings me back down to earth and knows exactly what I need. Like he's definitely the yin to my yang, and like it's so in those moments of blind panic where you feel like everyone hates you or you're this awful monster that you know you're not, but because you're so tunnel visioned to feeling that way, it's nice to have those people around you that remind you that you're not that person. Like, I had someone say to me recently because they asked what was going on, and I was like, I just feel like everyone hates me. Because, like, when I get into my anxiety, I call it like spiraling. So when I start to spiral, I just have this thought in my head that everyone is mad at me, everyone hates me, and that everyone's waiting to do something to ruin my life. And this person I was talking to stopped and went, don't you think if they were mad at you or they were going to do something, they would have done it by now? And I was like, huh, I guess you're right. And like the biggest thing I've had to learn to come to terms with is people will tell you if you've upset them, and you can't control how people feel about
Mm.
you. If they don't like you or something's wrong, you can't
Yeah.
control that. That's out of your hands. You can't force a person to like you. And I think that's one of the hardest things is I think I'm one of those people that like need to be liked because I'm so afraid of upsetting people. But I don't have that
Yeah.
control over people. And like 10, 20 years down the line, those people that I think hate me are not going to matter. They're not going to be important to
Mhm.
me. The people who are important to me now are who's I should focus my energy on,
Yeah.
you know?
I get it because like I've had thoughts like that too. Like I've had a few people been like, hey, like when something's up, they'll like pull me aside. Because I've always said to people like, if there's an issue, come to me. I'm not. At the end of the day, I'm a human being. If there's an issue, I want to talk about it. I don't want to hear from third parties because I've had
And I
it.
think that's the most
And
important thing is that an open dialogue between people could cut out so
yeah,
much anxiety. If,
yeah, no,
like, we're all like mid to late 20s, we're adults, and at this point in our lives, we should be
Thank you for
able to
making me feel
talk
so
to
yeah,
young. But anyway,
girl.
you're young.
But like we
I'm
should be
mid
able to have
30s,
these
but yes.
open we should be able to have these
Yeah,
open dialogue conversations
yeah,
about things that are bothering us if they are personal or just something else bothering you. That's like the key thing in life is communication and
education.
talking about it.
Like
People aren't
it's
mind readers. I think that's what a lot of us forget, that people
Mm,
genuinely
yeah,
aren't mind readers. So you're not just
100%.
going to know how someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at them.
yeah,
And I think that's where a lot of relationships fall apart, a lot of friendships fall
mm,
apart, a lot of connections fall apart because you just opt to be silent and
Yeah.
make that assumption. Like you assume
see,
something and that's it. You go with it and you let it kind of fester and simmer and that's it. Everything falls apart. Whereas when you actually do speak up about something, you're more than likely able to, fix whatever is
yeah,
broken, fix whatever is going on, and you're able to move on from it.
because
So
like
DPC, you told a story about helping Chrissy and Elaine through anxiety. I'm curious to know what your story about me would
actually,
be.
yeah,
There's two,
Oh
actually.
God.
Um,
Yeah, two.
well, I've known you longer, so and I've worked with you longer too. But the first one is I can't remember which breakout it was. It was, and I can tell you the time frame. It was just before you won it the second time, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to bring up old wounds, so I won't. But there was a tragedy that happened, and you were distraught. So was I. I think everyone was. I didn't know them, but you were like to see you like that. And I did get to see you before you got through the curtain because I was on commentary. I was like, oh shit, I don't know how she's going to do this, you know? And then as your music hits, I could just see, and I just saw like literally you just went into full game mode, you know? And I was just like, fuck, how the hell is she doing this? Because I couldn't do that. I like, even when Broderick passed away this year, you were there and you comforted me when this happened. I was fucking beside myself. I didn't know him personally. I just grew up around him and I knew we were like ships in the wind. But I struggled that show like to record and everything. I don't know how you recovered doing that from that show. But kudos for you to doing it because you're true professional. The other one was actually last Saturday. Because I was right next to you when you were coming out, and I saw Bamford do this because you were a little bit. I wouldn't say it was you were down. You weren't you. Like you can see, even though you had the glasses on, you could see that and you can read the room. And he's literally grabbing onto you, saying something. And me being deaf in one ear, couldn't really understand what he was saying, literally. And then as we've gone,
Music plays, holding the hand of the owner of the company who's on sound, and he's like, "It's all you, Nova. It's all you." And I shake my hands, and the second I get through that curtain, it's like it wasn't even there. And then it's like I just transform because,
Or
like, obviously, Nova and who I am are two different people,
yeah,
but there's always like a huge part of the real me intertwined in Nova.
mm,
So, like, I always say that Nova is the embodiment of all the confidence I wish I had as a normal person. So, I always try and channel her in my everyday life, like the confidence she has, because it helps me through a lot. But like, it's so incredible because it's not just me. I know there's heaps of people out there who the second they walk through that curtain, it's like
mm.
none of it exists anymore because we know we have a job
It's
to
like
do.
it's like a giant like magic trick because
Yeah,
we
like
especially when we walk through it, it's
like we know we have a job to do right now, and we can't let those people who paid the money to see us
mm,
wrestle see the scared version of us. They need to see the confident and powerful version we're portraying, especially like the young girls, because you get
yeah,
the young girls that come to the show. I remember uh, the anniversary show that just passed. I was doing my entrance and I'm walking past, and there's like four little girls, and they're sitting there yelling out "Girl Power," and like
yeah,
I can't go out there as little old anxious me because they're going to think that that's a normal thing. I need to go out there and portray a strong,
yeah.
powerful person that they can look up to. And like, I sit back and think, huh, if only I could like do that for myself. Like,
Mm.
my biggest thing now that I work in a school and I work with younger kids, I I would hate to think that they have ever felt about themselves the way that I feel about myself. Because it
Yeah.
would break my heart to think that those beautiful, wonderful little creatures ever think that they are not anything more than this magical, wonderful human that could do important, incredible things. And the fact that I think that about other people and not myself, like that's
I
really
think that's
tough,
also
you
common
know?
with anxiety. We always put others before
Mhm.
ourselves. Like I'm the most guilty of it. Like because everyone who knows me knows. I mean, the real me knows. I want everyone to be happy, no matter what. Like I will even sacrifice my own happiness to make sure everyone else is happy, if it means I'm the one crying in the corner and stuff and stuff. And like when I'm on shows, like, I even remembered when like if it's a mayhem show, like you'll find like granted we have more girls training at Relentless. Hooray! I love training with all of them, like getting to meet them and all because they're all wonderful girls and everything. And then having to be the one who's like besides Erica, like we're the only two girls on the roster who are wrestling. Can't wait for more girls to join us. But like I see the little girls in the crowd, and it's really hard when you know two of them, especially on a personal level, who always run up to you and be like, always saying encouraging things, and they're like, you're so like, this is why I do this for these little girls, but they don't see. I mean, granted, because I also know their mum, and like she'll see me backstage, and she'll be like, "You've got this, go do it." And stuff. And I'll just be like, yep, cool, cool, cool. Like having that little circle helps no matter
Yeah.
what.
No one ever really knows like what it's like to be the person behind the superstar. And it's like
Mm,
why I'm such a big advocate for taking care of the person you are behind the wrestler.
mm,
It's why I took my hiatus because like the person who's not Nova was like drowning and struggling. And if she isn't taken care of, how is Nova supposed to exist?
Yeah.
There's only so long you can put a fake front on and be this, unstoppable force when the person behind you is like drowning,
Yeah.
So, and like it's such an important thing to make sure that the person you are outside of wrestling is given just as much love and affection and care as the person you portray in wrestling. Like, yes, all those fans out there will cheer for Nova Nichols or Elaine Hope or Chrissie B, but when you step back through that curtain, you need to keep cheering for yourself. You need to keep the excitement and joy and love for yourself going, because that person that you portrayed can't exist without you to start with.
I remember our match earlier this year, like with the WrestleFest, because I got there really like a little bit after you and stuff, and then like you see us backstage with we're doing everything for it and everything, and backstage just before we're both there like,
Yeah.
in the crowd and wrestling. I know I've said it before, but my child is only a wrestling fan because of the women that are in wrestling. Yes, she loves the boys. She absolutely loves the boys. And the first time she ever watched wrestling, she was very intrigued by the boys and how they wrestle. But the minute she saw a female exit that curtain and step into that ring, she became the biggest wrestling fan I could have ever pictured her to be. Like it is a dream come true for me as a wrestling fan myself. And give her now the choice. This girl is obsessed with the women in wrestling. Yesterday, that
But before Eleaine goes into a story, I just want to say this one more time, and I've said this on multiple shows of whatever it's called. I am fucking glad that I live in a time where women are not only on the same par as men, but having better matches than men. They get showcased.
Yeah.
Because, and I fucking hate bringing this up because it shits me up the fucking wall, right? But when I was at the very first relaunch of World Series Wrestling, the one thing that shit me most about that whole show was that we had, regardless of how you feel about her, we had at the time one of the best women in the world, Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell, and the entire fucking audience was silent.
I was actually at that show and stuff. I cheered during the match and stuff and all that, and like watching everyone in that crowd, like I knew it was like probably me, one of my best friends who has kind of fallen out of wrestling, but at the time he was such an advocate for women's wrestling. Like he was actually the person doing women's wrestling's GIF. He ran that account, and people knew him for women's wrestling GIFs and all that. And it's funny because we'll still talk about wrestling to this day, and it's always regarding women's wrestling. It's like when AJ Lee came back, it was so funny. He's like, "Oh,
yeah,
now
you cried, didn't you?"
Oh, I fucking
Didn't we all cry?
I bursted in tears. I fucking was crying. But
didn't we all sob?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't sob, but I was happy that she's back.
But like, it was funny. He goes like, "Oh, I guess you're gonna have to like lay down on the Black Widow submission you do." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm gonna really ramp that one up now." I love my wings of hope, but like, I'm bringing back hope. I'm bringing that back.
You girls are killing it. Like, I mean, you're the first Alpha Energy Tag Cup champion where we've got Nova, who is, I believe, the longest reigning breakout champion.
One of.
She is.
So
One of.
I was
behind Micho?
Just behind Micho. So I'm the first woman to win a singles championship and the first woman to do it twice. And then I'm pretty sure my combined reign, when it comes to an end, hopefully it doesn't, I'll be forever champion, will be one of the longest combined reigns, which is really exciting stuff. Because like that was my only goal in wrestling, was to be breakout champion. It was my only thing I ever wanted to do. And I got to do it twice. So, exciting stuff.
And can I just
Testament to the
say
two of
one
you,
thing,
how
because she
amazing
always
you
leaves herself out of this. Chrissie B, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but I think she's the only backstage correspondent who's a female in Victorian wrestling. And
Yeah,
she's
I'm
fucking
pretty sure
killing
you
it.
are. Yes, she is. Oh my god.
Wait, Isla Nova. She just started for Malice. But before that, though, Chrissie was the first in a very, 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 very fucking long time. And yeah, she's
And, you know,
fantastic.
I love to put Chrissy over. I love your work too. Like every time I muck up or anything, you're like, no, well, we do it. We can do this. We can do
Yeah.
this.
Dude, we messed up our interview the
I
other week and it
know.
was
I was
so
like,
funny. Like when you sent
I
me the
know.
blooper, I was like, yes,
know.
this is
Like,
awesome.
You know what? And I live
Before we finish that story, insert the blooper right now.
Alpha Nation, this is Chrissie B, and I'm live at Energy 19, and joining me right now are Nova Nichols and JB Pamford. I didn't think I got it right! JP Pepper! I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
I'll give you the blooper. I'll give you all the bloopers because I honestly love those because I feel like a lot of the wrestlers come in feeling quite nervous and they're like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And I don't just say, hey, let's just start filming. I'm the type that'll bring you in and be like, all right, would you like to do an interview or would you like to do a promo? Would you like to put it over with questions? What is it that you want to say? What's just happened out there that we can kind of play with? What's coming up that we can kind of go with? And I think had someone, I gave them the choice at Inevitable, and this is a veteran wrestler who's very near and dear to me, and I said to him, would you like to do an interview or would you like to do a promo? And I'm like, you do really good as a promo, like the story that we need to you would be great as a promo. We've got you here, Chrissie. It's always amazing having in interviews. Why wouldn't we use you when we've got you?
Who is this? We need to know who this is.
Cousin Ali.
Oh, I love my cousin.
Oh,
Such a good
If
guy.
we've got you here for
Love
a reason.
him.
We want it, like you make those interviews really awesome. Like let's put you in them. And I think for them to have that kind of connection with me as well, and to know that, yeah, you do you. If you want a promo, you'll do a promo. I'll support you through it. I'll record it. I'll tell you if it was on the money or if you need to film it again. Or if it's an interview, then that's my chance to kind of give you a bit more. Like give you a couple of questions, get you talking to put yourself over. But it is just, honestly, I think it is one of the best jobs I've ever had in my life. And looking back at it, thinking of my anxiety, thinking about when I came back into wrestling, my mum passed away in May last year. I came back in June, and it was the best decision I ever made because I honestly can say, combined with my child, wrestling saved me. Like my daughter and wrestling actually saved me from God knows what I would have done. Like
I feel like everyone in wrestling can relate to that because like wrestling saved my life too. When I came, I had just broken up with my first boyfriend and I was just not in a good way, and like adrenaline picked me up, put me back on my feet, and guided me in a new direction. And I've made so many wonderful friends and met so many incredible people just from living out a childhood dream that I didn't think was even possible for me.
I can vouch for that because, like, I feel in the same boat. Like, even though I started at a different school and all that, like, and I was going to shows before I started training, like, the people I met and then getting into wrestling, it's, even though I've made some friends, I've also made, like, a little family out of it too. Like, I have my family out of it.
Like you met your fiance through this. I met my fiance through this. We're finding Chrissie B's future boyfriend through this. Jay Hunter, we know it's you. Just admit it.
No. That not after what happened the other day.
Any chance we could upload some of that footage that was taken the other day with young Master Hunter?
No, please don't. I will vouch. I will be on Chrissie's side for this. I don't. Considering what happened, let's not.
All right.
How about I give you a blooper?
Yeah.
That I'm in with Josh Redfield, who said something about smashing him, and I was like, "Nah, you're not Jay Hunter." And then I was like, "Oh shit!" It was like such a.
All right. So cut to the blooper where Josh Redfield wants to smash Jay Hunter.
Aspect of things here, I don't know. It's 2025. Is kayfabe even alive anymore?
I was just trying to make you feel better by telling you your ass looks good.
Oh, just say you want to smash. Jesus Christ. Everyone else does. Far out.
No, it's not that bad. You're not Jay Hunter. Sorry. Oh.
Jay Hunter. Are you kidding me? Fuck him. Jay Hunter. Hi, I'm Johnny Della Rocco. I'm the champ. I'm the champ. I'm your champion type of champion. Johnny Della. Redfield. I've got OnlyFans. Fuck! He's not right.
Oh my goodness
Oh
me.
my gosh.
No way.
Yeah. That's what you get here on 3's Survive. Just before we continue, there was a story you had about the Brian
Yes,
Kendrick.
Eleaine, tell us the story.
So, we were doing a seminar with Brian, and knowing what I'm like, because I'm such a perfectionist to a T, I'm with Lockie, and we're doing a spot together, and we got... It's one of the guys, I won't say the 2 words, but he started a chant, and as we finish, he starts chanting these 2 words, and I'm there dying. And Brian's like, "Oh wow, you guys are really fighting like you guys are like a couple." And our mate starts. That's when my mate starts to chant. We're like, "Yeah, we're actually engaged." He goes like, "It's like he hasn't done." He's like, "Oh shit."
Oh my god, I love that kind of story.
And
When I wrestled
I need to know what those. I need to know these 2 words.
Yeah, you gotta tell us the words now.
It was domestic violence.
Oh goodness
Oh
me.
God.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I wrestled my fiance, everyone's like, "Yeah, you're gonna beat him up for not folding the laundry." I'm like, "I'll just do that when we get home. What are you talking about?"
No, that's true. Fair. I was using the dishes. So like every time we have to train, it's always the funniest thing because people are like, "Yeah, Lockie hasn't done something right." And then
This is why I don't train with my fiance, because we just beat each other up enough at home.
see, everyone's waiting for the day we do the match, and like we've joked about it so much. Where I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think we should be doing the match."
I remember when me and my fiance did our match, like both of our parents came, like my parents and his parents, and they were like really not like his parents were not keen on watching it because his mum gets very nervous watching him wrestle, let alone him and I. And my dad's sitting there going, "I hope he beats you." I'm like, "Thanks, Dad. Thanks a bunch, Dad."
I don't know how it's gonna go because like I know my mum, Chrissie knows how many.
We'll throw something at him.
My mum goes to nearly every show I'm on. I'm surprised she hasn't started baking for us at Alpha as well, because she literally is like that at Mayhem. But like my mum's like she's always concerned. She's like, "I can never. If you guys have a match against each other, I don't know who I could go for. I love both of you equally." And then when it's one of her like one of the beloved, as she says, beloved children she's adopted, she's like, "Oh, why are you doing this to me? I don't want to pick. I love you all equally." And I'm like, and then she'll be like, "Of course I'm going for you."
I remember the day I wrestled my fiance. It was a really big day for me because that match was obviously super important for a number of reasons. And I pulled up to the venue because I'd come straight from work and he was already there. And we planned some stuff the night before, peek behind the curtain. And I went straight up to him and I was like really teary. And he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm just really nervous. Like, I'm really scared." He's like, "Why?" He was so chill. Like I said, he's like the chillest guy you'll ever meet. And like, if it wasn't for him being so calm and wonderful, I don't think I would have gotten through that match. And like, we haven't wrestled since because it was just kind of like a one and done thing. And we're not associated in wrestling. Like, we don't team together. It's why I don't mention his name on these things because like everyone knows. In the circle, like peek behind the curtain, everyone knows that we're together behind the curtain. But when we're out in front of the crowd, we're not associated. So like,
a little hard for me.
Yeah. So like, it was really nice it's really nice that we get to be this like lovely, wonderful, happy couple. And then the second we get out there, we're just 2 professionals who are doing our job.
I got to admit that when I saw it on paper, I went, "Fuck, whose nose is going to get broken tonight?"
It's a work. Pull the shot, mate. And he's like, "Nah." And I was like, "God damn it." There's a nice photo of it out there somewhere. If you go looking deep enough, you will find it. But I'm not going to tell you where it is or what match it was.
I could just imagine the day that match happens between me and Lockie.
I'm
Everyone's just gonna be
scared.
walking out like with
See, all I have to
popcorn.
do is stand there in an interview with him and not let my heart eyes get the better of me.
Chrissy B's going to come out of retirement and get in-ring stuff just to wrestle Jay Hunter. But the match is just going to be that she lies on the canvas and goes, "Pin me, pin me."
I'm about to say, I don't think it's going to be a
No,
wrestling
I've
match.
already spoken to him about this. He needs to do his standing moonsault on me.
Do you have a
Are you
devilish?
insane?
What?
Are you seriously insane?
What
Because
made you think this was a good idea?
He does it, and I'm like, you need to do that. Like, I
You know
want
what?
to
Fun
say-
story about Jay Hunter. When I wrestled him at Anniversary all those years ago, he did this massive dive that he does over the top rope. And we were standing there talking about it. And Crash goes, "All right, when you do the dive, aim for me. I'll catch you." And Crash goes on his tangent talking. And Jay just like leans to me and goes, "I'm aiming straight for your face." And I'm like, "I don't want to wrestle anymore." Yeah, you
Was
put
this
the
at
fear of
Anniversary?
God in me. This was Anniversary like 2
Yeah.
years ago when we did Party Crashers vs CGS. I'm like, "Jay, you're actually the worst person I've met in my life, and I hate you so much."
But no, he's great. He's great in the ring, and I would definitely give him the victory.
We know you would.
Oh my God.
Well,
Hey, look, he knows he's my plot now. I showed him this, and let's just say, I love interviewing Jay. I really do.
I have a Snapchat from him here. Actually, I should just reply with, "Hey, I'm talking to your missus on 3's a vibe."
Do it.
please
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
Send it to him.
No,
Hang on.
please don't.
Wait a
Said,
sec.
"Howdy,
Wait a
howdy."
sec.
So
Wait a
I'm
sec.
just
I'm just gonna go
hang on.
on.
I'll just do one of these.
I'll do you
And
one
like-
better. I'll do you one better. I'm just gonna record a video right now. Hang on.
Oh, this.
I said,
Oh.
"We're talking about you again."
I'll put this on. I'm sending this to his personal Facebook. Hey Jay, so we're recording an episode of 3's a Vibe. So there's everybody there.
Hi, Jay.
They can't hear. They can't hear because it's
Oh,
recorded
well
one.
then, what's
But-
the point?
Fuck.
Well, I'll splice this into the episode. Yeah, if that makes it
Great.
better, right?
Yeah.
And we're definitely talking about you and Chrissie. So
Dude.
and there we go.
Yes.
Anderson.
That's awesome.
Right now, Chrissy's like in her mind, like, I'm going to plot all your murders.
Oh, I've plotted his murder. Don't worry. It's already plotted.
Hey, if you're gonna murder me, okay, just not the face. Okay, that's the money maker. Everything else you can go right for it.
How are we
Thanks,
doing for
that's
time,
nice.
by the way, DPC?
We are officially at the 55-minute mark. We can go a little bit
Yeah.
more, but I do want to. Obviously, we've been very serious on this topic for the entire thing. Not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be funny. It might be funny the way we might plan it, but let's go. Because we are talking about the women's revolution. We were saying AJ Lee. Dream matches or dream interviews in Chrissy's phone. We'll go with Eleaine first. Who would be your dream match, and what stipulation would it be?
We all know I want to wrestle everyone and anyone. Women wise, definitely AJ Lee. I'm trying to think because like my style of wrestling is so like I really would love to like one day just really get into the submission side of things with Eleaine and really deep dive into that. Like I love watching Shayna Baszler matches. Like just watching her like just put on different submissions and stuff. Like I would love to do a submission match with her because I don't know why, but like I feel like if I ever did a submission match with someone, like you'll definitely see like my love for wrestling in that match. Otherwise, I don't care who it is. Like I just want to, like my dream match is a submission match.
Okay.
And I just feel like when I do that match, you're just gonna see my pure love for wrestling in that moment.
Well, I can answer Chrissy's one. So it would be against Jay Hunter, and the stipulation is who gets to be mounted first. That would be it.
Is he trying to get me to quit? What if it's cool and everything?
Jesus
He's like,
Christ! Wow.
okay,
Bro.
yourself. The man is much younger than me. Cut it out.
Oh, everyone loves a bit of a younger man. It's okay.
What the?
No, be nice. Stop being mean.
Okay, if it was a match, I don't know who would it be.
It's not a match.
John Cena.
Remember?
John Cena in a wet T-shirt contest or something like that. I don't know.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
Christ.
Well, yes, he's someone I would love to interview. Absolutely, because he is like the guy that I've obsessed with since he debuted.
Hey,
Be Trish Stratus, because I love the heck out of that woman, and I grew up loving Trish so much, and I think it'd be great to interview her as well.
Also, heads up, Sable. I love a match with her. It just made me like, so Diva Zero lingerie match.
Oh no, that would be great. Sable was awesome. How about you, Nova?
My dream match, I have two. So, Beth Phoenix,
Yeah,
because she is my favorite wrestler of all time. She's who I embody a lot of myself after. It's why I call myself the Galactic Glamazon, because
yes.
she's just, words can't describe how much of an influence she's had on me.
well, she's coming next year. She's coming next year.
The second one would be Chris Statlander. So I think Chris.
I like that one.
I think Chris Statlander is incredible. We're built very similarly, like height and build wise. So I just think it'll be a really good, like, powerhouse versus powerhouse match. So AEW, if you're looking for someone to sub in,
Get my
Nova
girl,
Nichols, hit me up.
Get my girl. Get my
But yeah,
girl on.
Beth Phoenix or Chris Statlander, and obviously whoever else wants to have a go at the big dog, please by all means, like I always say, step up.
I think I need to put that in the promo for this one.
Who wants to have a go at the big dog?
No,
Nova
AEW.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I still reckon we should run back our match one day.
Yes, we should.
Absolutely,
we should.
Literally going to say for a Patreon exclusive, we probably will do an episode of reaction to that in the future. So, yeah, we ain't giving that shit for free. That's
You know what?
definitely
Hang on. You know what? You know what my dream now would be?
me dying.
Yes.
Yes.
Just the instant yes.
The quick yes out
I like
of
just
us.
these two are just like yes, yes. I'm like, oh god.
And here's me, Kieran.
Look, my actual now, I think something that I would love to do. Like I've managed Daniel Cole. I'm currently managing Mason Stoneheart at another company. I would love nothing more than to, like, not for like a long period, like for one match, even just to manage you two, like my best friends that I've now made in wrestling. Like I would love nothing more than to come out and, you know, be a manager to you two. Like Eleaine, I know I've got a lot of interactions with you already and I do a lot with you, but like how cool would it be if I actually can be a proper cheerleader for the two of you?
Come and join the Cooters, mate. Everyone else wants to be part of the Cooters.
I mean, I still got some problems with Cooters. That miss sucked.
Well, we need another female in Cooter country, so why not get two?
Whoa, hey now. We've
Wait,
already
you're
got
the first lady.
Females, we've got Ace Shack, I'll have you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot about Ace.
Honestly,
Ace, if you're watching / listening, I had nothing to do with that, man.
Yeah.
Ace doesn't watch things. Ace doesn't even know what a phone is.
Actually, I can vouch for that.
That's why he always leaves me unread. Joking. I'm not doing that as a bit. I'm just joking around.
I just remember the
fuck,
other
I wanna-
person
I
I
wanna
would
get
love a
booked.
dream match with.
Who?
Liv Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like,
Good choice.
watching how I wrestle and watching how she wrestles, I've seen, like, similarities. And also, maybe because we're also big horror fans. Like, especially with Chucky being both our favorites, like, I feel like that just having, like, seeing how that match would go would just be a dream for me. Because I would be like, ooh, Liv Morgan, me, like, yes.
I think everyone was expecting me to say Rhea Ripley, but she would kick the shit out of me. No, thank you.
I reckon you guys would have a good match.
Yeah,
she's
she's
a big woman. Like I think
Yeah.
her and I are actually like similar heights, if not she's shorter than me.
She is shorter
But
than you.
she's built like a brick shithouse, and she would crush me.
But that would be good though. That would be such a good match.
Now, with that being said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast. Want more from 3's Survive and whatever it's called? Make sure to check out the YouTube channel where you can find the video portions of this podcast as well as some interesting videos. And don't forget to follow Whatever It's Called on all socials. It can be found at Whatever It's Called. Keep that support coming. And speaking of support, for $7 a month, you get access to early episodes, exclusive live streams, photos, bloopers, Chrissie's match with Jay Hunter where she gets mounted, and all different kinds of things for $7 a month. So please consider that, and you'll also get your name in the credits, just like these people. And until next time, from all of us here on Whatever It's Called /3's Survive, we'll catch you on the next one.
3's Survive!
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
You're dead.
Yeah, you're done.
Boy,
You're done,
you're gonna
boy.
die.
You are done.
You didn't even have to ask twice. You absolutely die.